Tonight's breaking Jeffrey Epstein news picks up where last night's breaking Jeffrey Epstein news left off. Congressman Robert Garcia, the top-ranking Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, joined us last night after his committee conducted a 4-hour closed-door deposition of the worst Attorney General Donald Trump got confirmed by the Senate in his first term as president, William Barr. The Republican chairman of the Oversight Committee, James Comer, suggested last night that William Barr testified that Donald Trump did nothing wrong with Jeffrey Epstein.
You thought the Epstein story was finished? Think again. Tonight, shocking revelations tie Donald Trump deeper into the Epstein files, and even his own attorney general couldn't clear him. Let's break this down.
Congressman Garcia is now insisting, quote, yesterday during his deposition with the committee, Attorney General Barr could not clear Donald Trump of wrongdoing. Chairman Comer should release the full, unedited transcript of his interview for the public. Congressman Garcia will lead off our discussion again tonight. Donald Trump has a lot to hide from these days, and more than one way of doing it.
So here's the bombshell. Congressman Garcia is calling out the oversight chairman. He says William Barr, Trump's own attorney general, could not clear Trump of wrongdoing with Epstein. And now, Garcia demands the full, unedited transcript.
European leaders rushed to Washington yesterday to conduct an intervention in the White House to prevent Donald Trump from doing something crazy with Vladimir Putin. And the intervention worked, at least for a day, at least for now. The White House released this photograph of the intervention showing how Donald Trump chose to hide his newest problem during the intervention, his ankles. After photographers have repeatedly captured Donald Trump's swollen ankles over the last month.
And that's just the start, because while Congress is fighting over Epstein files, Trump is hiding another problem, literally his ankles. And the White House was caught trying to cover it up.
One of the places those Big Macs are going to show up is in the ankles, hanging over the edge of your shoes. We can only wonder if the White House would have ever admitted that Donald Trump's blood circulation is insufficient if not for the telephoto lenses of White House photographers zooming in on the ankles Donald Trump now wants no one to see. On Friday in Alaska, Vladimir Putin's 72-year-old ankles showed none of the mileage of Donald Trump's ankles. And yesterday, Donald Trump made sure no one was going to be able to compare his ankles to a French president's ankles or a German chancellor's or a British prime minister's. And so the Resolute desk became the perfect place to hide those ankles.
Yes, you heard that right. While global leaders worry about war and diplomacy, Trump is busy making sure nobody sees his swollen ankles, a symptom, the White House admits, of chronic venous insufficiency. Years of Big Macs and fast food catching up with him.
I mean, you saw that when he got off his plane, I got off my plane. There's a warmth there that you can't, there's a decent feeling. And it's a good thing, not a bad thing. People would say, oh, that's such a terrible thing. It's not a terrible thing.
Not a terrible thing. No, Donald, it's not a terrible thing.
But even when Trump hides, he can't stop talking. This morning on Fox News, he claimed his warm relationship with Vladimir Putin is not a terrible thing. Let's roll the clip.
Is that what you felt when you saw Jeffrey Epstein getting off his plane in Palm Beach? He got off his plane, I got off my plane. There's a warmth that you can't, there's this, it's a decent feeling. Is that what you felt, Donald, when you saw Jeffrey Epstein? And speaking of crazy, Donald Trump told his Fox worshipful questioners this morning this.
Not a bad thing. Trump feels warmth for a murderous dictator. Imagine if he felt that same warmth when he saw Epstein step off his plane. That's the terrifying question.
The Senate Governmental Affairs Committee can request information from any executive agency, including the Justice Department, if any 5 members of that committee asked for the information. And today, 7 members of the Senate Governmental Affairs Committee, all Democrats, wrote to the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, directing her, quote, to produce to this committee the full and complete Epstein files as identified by the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Federal law says that the Attorney General is bound by law, by a federal law, which says that an executive agency, quote, shall submit any information requested of it relating to any matter within the jurisdiction of the committee. That applies to the Governmental Affairs Committees only. There is no way around that law as written, no legal way. But that does not mean that the Trump Attorney General will not defy that law, because she knows how many times and in what ways Donald Trump's name appears in the Epstein files. And Donald Trump knows, and they obviously don't want anyone else to know.
And now we come full circle. The Epstein files, the Oversight Committee wants them. The Senate wants them. But Trump's DOJ, they're stalling. Because those files could show exactly how deep Trump's name goes. Trump's ankles may be easy to hide, but the Epstein files, those can't stay buried forever. The question is, when they surface, how much of Trump's past will come back to haunt him? Stay tuned.